Good morning students. Up to my previous videos, I have already taught you what are nouns and its different kinds. Today, I am going to teach you noun but on the basis of numbers. Yes, numbers means on the basis of quantity and on the basis of countability. Means sometimes we talk about only one thing or one object or any one person. So that person or that thing is called singular or singular number. But at the same time, when we talk about more than one person, more than one thing, at that time the same noun is called plural number. Plural means more than one, many. Yes. For example, if I talk about only one chalk, this is only one chalk. But at the same time, if I talk about two or more than one, these are three chalks. At that time, I pronounce it chalks. Yes, I add s at the end. Now, let me explain you with some examples. Nouns can further be divided into two parts on the basis of numbers, on the basis of quantity. Yes, if there is only one object or only one person for which I am talking about, at that time that person or thing or animal is called singular number or singular noun. But at a particular moment, if I talk about more than one thing or more than one persons, at that time I call it plural number or plural nouns. For example, if I talk about only one tree, so at that time I call it tree. But if I talk about more than one trees, so actually I should add here one s. Now after adding this s, it becomes trees. 1, 2, 3. Here for example we have 3 trees. So when we talk about more than one person, place or thing, at that time we call it trees. Okay. Second example, suppose I talk about only one chair. So I end spelling it chair. But on a particular moment, if I talk about many chairs, suppose there are 4 chairs in this room. So I am talking about all these 4 chairs. At that time, I need to add one s at the end. So this singular number will become plural number. Clear? Got the point? Let's move to the next example. Suppose there is only one river. River I am talking about. Okay, so I will call it river. But when I am going to talk about many rivers in India, all rivers in India, so at that time, if I am talking about more than one river, at that time I need to add one s here. So it would become rivers. Similarly, if I have only one ball, so at that time I will call it ball. But if I would like to talk about more than one, suppose 2 balls, so at that time I need to add s. Now these singular numbers can be converted into plurals by adding s at the end. This is the basic concept of singular noun and plural noun, or we can say singular number or plural number. Now let's move further. Now dear students, question arises here that how to convert a singular noun to a plural noun. Yes, this type of questions can be asked in your exams also, and it is very necessary to learn how to form a plural noun or plural number by using a singular noun. What are some criteria and what are some things to remember in our mind, keep in our mind. Okay, let's talk about the first way. How can we convert one singular noun into a plural noun? Now from here I will denote singular noun by S noun and plural noun by P noun. S for singular, P for plural. Okay. Now the first way to convert is by adding S. One small letter S to the singular noun at the end. By following this method, we can convert any singular noun to a plural noun. Let's see. Singular noun. Egg. You know egg. It is only one. If I talk about only one egg, then I can call it egg. But if I am talking about 2, 3 or many eggs, at that time I need to add S at the end. So it will become eggs. More than one eggs. Similarly, pen. If I talk only about only one pen, so I will call it pen. But when I will talk about more than one pen, I need to add one S at the end. Pans. One bed, many beds. One flower, many flowers. Okay. Now this is the very simple and very general form of converting singular number to a plural number. But all the time we cannot follow the same procedure. Yes, English is very funny language and we have so many different rules and so many different situations when we apply the different rules. Like here, the second way of converting one singular noun to a plural noun is by adding ES. Now we add two letters ES at the end of the singular noun to convert it into plural noun. But what are the conditions when we follow it? When any singular noun is ending in the letter S, double S, SH, CH or X. Yes, these are some situations when we adopt this second way, not the first way, but we follow the second way. What is the condition? When your spelling of your singular noun, if it is ending with S, double S, SH, CH or X. One more letter is there, O, but we'll discuss it about it later because there are some exceptions also there. So I will teach you about it later. Okay. We learn about only 5 conditions here. Singular. When the singular noun is ending with S, double S, SH, CH or X. So in this situation, we can follow the second method. Instead of adding only S, now we are going to add ES. So you have to remember these things. And this rule is not according to the spelling, it is according to the pronunciation. Yes, it is easy to remember according to the pronunciation. When we pronounce guess, we end it with the sound S. Guess. Glass. There are so many things which the name of that things are ending with the sound S. Guess, glass, sh, sh end with the sh. Bush, bench. When any noun is ending with the pronunciation ch, bench. And box, the ending pronunciation is x. So like this, when the nouns are ending with these sounds, generally we add es so that to make it easier to pronounce. How? Let's see. Guess. Now we need to add here es. Now the pronunciation is guesses. To make it pronounced easily, we add es instead of only s. Okay. Guesses. Now class, if I talk about only one class, at that time I call it class. But when I am talking about more than one classes, at that time I add es. Classes. Bush, bushes. Bench, benches. Box, boxes. I hope that you have understood these two ways. First way is very simple, but the examples are not ending with these sounds s or sh. Now these are ending with g, n, t, r. So these sounds, the nouns ending with these sounds can be added s only, but the nouns ending with s, sh, ch, s, and one more vowel o, one more sound o, just like mango, mango. So at that time we also add es, mangoes, but there are some exceptions, so we will talk about it later. Now let's move to the third. Now let's talk about some further cases, some other situations where some other type of rules are followed. Yes. The third way of converting a singular noun to a plural noun is by adding s to the singular noun. The abbreviation SN represents singular noun. By adding s to the singular noun ending in y. Yes. If singular noun is ending in y, this is a different type of case. The spelling is ending with y and having a vowel before it. A vowel before it. Now, do you know what is vowel? Yes, of course, you must know that there are 26 letters in English alphabet. Yes, A to Z, A, B, C, D, E, F up to Z. We have 26 letters. Out of these 26 letters, there are only 5 letters which are called vowel. What are they? A, E, I, O, U. Out of 26 letters, only 5 are called vowel. These are vowel. And the remaining 21 letters, they are called consonants. They are called consonants. Okay. So English alphabet is divided into two parts. 5 special letters, they are called vowel, and remaining 21 letters, they are called consonant. Okay. Now come back to the topic. By adding s to the singular noun ending in y and having a vowel a, e, I, o or u before it. Before it means just one step before y. Let's try to understand by example. Boy. Do you know the spelling of boy? B-O-Y. This spelling is ending with y. It is ending with y. But just before y, we have one letter O, which is vowel. So it is satisfying our condition that when any noun or when any number is ending with y and having a vowel just before it, we have one vowel, so we will apply this rule. Means nothing to do, simply we have to add only S. B-O-Y-S. Boys. Simple. Donkey. Donkey. Yes. Donkey is also ending with Y, but we have E. Just before Y, we have E, and E is an vowel. So we have to follow the similar rule. D-O-N-K-E-Y-S. Only simply adding S makes it from singular to plural noun. Key, similarly, K-E-Y. Then key is also having the same spelling, ending with K-E-Y, and here only key. Key for unlocking the locks. We use key. The spelling is K-E-Y. Again we have E. Just before Y we have E. So nothing to do. Only simply we have to add S. Essay. Generally you write essay on some topics. There is an essay competition also in our school. Sometimes you participate and you win also. Essay. Yes. If you write many essays, then you have to add S, because the spelling of essay is ending with Y and having a vowel just before it. So we will follow the same procedure. We will add S to convert it to plurals. This was the third way. Now come to the fourth way of converting. The fourth way tells us the same situation arises by replacing Y with IES in the singular noun ending in Y and having a consonant before it. Just opposite to this case. Here we are having Y at the end and just before it we are having vowel. But if the situation is such as, if the spelling is ending with Y, but instead of having a vowel, we are having a consonant. Now what are consonant? Consonant are the remaining 21 alphabet of the letters of the alphabet, English alphabet. Okay. Except these 5 letters, the remaining letters are called consonants. So if just before Y we don't have any A, E, I, O, U, then it is proved that we have consonant before it. Just like here. Baby. The situation is something different from here. This spelling is also ending with Y, but this time we don't have any consonant before it. We have this time we have consonant. This time we have consonant. Here we are having vowel, but here we are having consonant. So what we need to do? We need to replace Y. We have to take out Y and we have to put IES. It's like BAB. Now Y. Y is replaced. We remove Y and we add IES. Babies. This is the spelling babies. We have to remove Y from here. This is something different from this situation. The next example, city. This spelling is also ending with Y, but this time before Y we don't find any vowel, we found a consonant. So we will apply the same rule. Cities, C-I-T, but we need to remove Y. In place of Y we add I. Now the spelling is, before the spelling was C-I-T-Y, now the spelling is C-I-T-I. We replace Y with I. Then now we add ES. Now it becomes cities. So Y is removed and IES is placed. Similarly, family, before Y we have L which is not a vowel, L is a consonant. So family would become families, IES. Story ending with Y, but just before Y we found a consonant, not a vowel, consonant. So story will become stories. I hope that you got my point, that what is happening here and what is difference between these two type of cases. Up to here we have learnt about 4 cases. First case is by adding S, second case is by adding ES, third and fourth case are depending on that type of nouns which are ending with Y. But the situation is different. Before Y, if we found vowel, before Y, if we found consonant, so different rules are applicable. Now, after this, we have some more rules, but we'll discuss in the second part of this video.